Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Anirudha.
Yes.
Have a seat.
Yes.
Anirudha, introduce yourself to the board.
Sir, I am Anirudha Panday. I have done graduation in civil engineering from Motilal Nehru National Institute of Technology. And my hobbies are watching stand-up comedy and European football analysis. And sir, that's it.
And where was your schooling done?
Sir, it was from Kendriya Vidyalaya mainly.
Okay, in
Till
Allahabad
class
itself.
10th. No,
Allahabad.
sir, my father was in defense, so
Okay.
across India.
Okay. So defense. So okay, first let's talk about MNR, Motilal.
Yes.
What did Motilal Nehru? Well, it was MNR EC, Engineering College.
Yes, sir.
MNR EC. So what did it gain after it became NIT?
Sir, it gained the status of an institute of national importance and it gained more autonomy, sir. And now it is funded by the central government. Earlier it was a state government institution.
Okay. And suppose it becomes an IIT, then what happens?
Sir, it is unlikely, but if
No, suppose it's a hypothetical situation.
if it becomes an IIT, sir, then it will also still be an institution of national importance and will still be under central government, but the funding and the NIRF ranking and the quality of students coming in will certainly improve, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, looking at this IIT concept, earlier there used to be 5 or 6 IITs only.
Yes.
Now we have IIT in every state.
Yes.
So do you think that the brand of IIT is being diluted by having so many IITs?
Sir, I believe that if the quality of education can be maintained, which I believe is more or less being maintained, then it will make IITs accessible to more and more number of students, sir, and it will also improve the quantity of human resources in India. Sir.
Okay. Do you remember anything of your civil engineering now, or you have forgotten totally
Sir,
after taking?
I remember partly.
Partly, okay. So let's talk about rigid pavement and flexible pavement that you must be remembering.
Yes, sir.
Roads, I'm talking about
Yes,
the
sir.
context of roads. So where is a rigid pavement used and where is a flexible pavement used?
Sir, the flexible pavement, if I am not wrong, is the made with bitumen. So it is used mostly in India. The flexible pavements are in use, and in Western countries, the rigid pavements.
No,
are
let's talk about India only.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about India only.
Yes, sir.
So the rigid pavement.
Yes, sir. The rigid payments, the main issue is of cost, sir, which is higher. So it is used mostly on the national highways or other such roads, sir. But the district roads or the state highways are mostly of flexible payments.
Tell me one place where you cannot do with a flexible pavement. You do have to use a rigid pavement.
Sir, where the loads are heavy, sir, like airport, on an airport.
Okay.
And
Any other aspect? Yes, load is
expressways, sir. Expressways are most.
any other place? Like if I have to construct a road in Cherrapunji,
Yes, sir.
so will I go for a rigid pavement or will I go for a flexible pavement?
Sir, because of the soil conditions and the rainfall,
Yes.
it needs to be.
Okay. Tell me, there is a new expressway is being constructed. One patch has been recently inaugurated by Honorable
Yes, sir,
Prime Minister.
from Delhi to Mumbai.
Delhi to Mumbai. What is so special about this expressway? There's one provision there which is not found in any other expressway or any highway. Can you think of?
Sir, sorry, sir, it is not.
It is
coming to
right now. It is 8 lane, 4 lane this side, 4 lane
Yes.
that side.
the
So this I'm just
widest.
I'm just giving you a hint.
Sir, it is one of the widest.
No,
the
that
carriageway-
4 lane is most of the expressways are 4 lane, so that is no issue.
Sir.
Anything else you can think of? No. Okay, fine. It doesn't matter. Now, stand-up comedy. Who is your? Do you watch the English one or the Hindi ones?
Sir, I watch both, but I prefer Hindi ones more.
Hindi ones. So who is your favorite?
Sir, Abhishek Upmanyu, Varun Grover, these are.
Varun Grover and Varun Grover is the same who's from BHUIT.
Yes, sir.
He's from BHUIT.
Yes, sir.
Same chap.
He is an
Same
IIT,
chap.
yes.
Okay, he's from IIT. So now, tell me some stand-up comedians have come in controversies, various
Yes.
controversies. Why is it that? Who had come in controversies and why?
Sir, Kunal Kamra, Manowar Farooqi, these
Mhm.
comedians have been under controversy, sir.
Why they were under controversy?
Sir, because of the means mainly the content, the topics they choose for their comedy has been alleged to hurt communal sentiments or regional sentiments.
Did it really hurt the sentiments, or is the intolerance of our political masters that we take it that way?
Sir, I believe that it is subjective, sir. It might hurt somebody's sentiments, might not hurt someone else's.
Comedy is basically
Yes, sir.
meant to
Yes, sir.
entertain people,
Pinch,
maybe
it
at the
will pinch.
pinch
Yes.
little bit here, pinch little bit there.
Yes, sir.
So why have we become so intolerant as a country? Have we become now, or we were intolerant earlier also?
Sir, I believe that we are still not very intolerant, sir. I believe that largely the Indian masses are tolerant, sir, and they have been for a long period of time, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Those are my views, sir.
That's your view. Okay. Now tell me, Allahabad is famous for what all things, if I ask you?
Sir, Allahabad is famous for the Kumbh Mela and the Triveni Sangam. And after that, sir, it is an administrative hub and an education hub. And apart from that, it is also famous for its guavas and moonj products. These are some
Is
of
it still the administrative hub? Now the police headquarters has shifted.
Yes.
Now the court has, the main branch has shifted. The bench has gone to Lucknow.
Sir, it has lost some of its older glory, sir, but a lot of work is still being done
Still.
from
So can you
there.
tell me which are the other institutions of eminence there in Allahabad?
Sir, the Board of Revenue is there, and there is the State Public Service Commission is there, and the means the Medium High School Education Board's headquarters is also there, sir. So these are some of the
Okay.
institutions.
Is there any central institutions also?
So central, I believe, for minorities, special officer of linguistic minorities, a regional branch is there in Prayagraj, sir. And
Okay. So now tell me, you talked about Kumbh.
yes,
So Kumbh is held in other places
Yes.
also. How many places it is held, and what is an Ardh Kumbh? What is a Mahakumbh?
yes, sir.
Can you explain?
Sir, so the four places are Haridwar and Prayagraj and Ujjain and Nashik. And the Ardh Kumbh is occurs after 6 years. So it is basically a 12-year cycle which starts with a Mahakumbh. After 6 years we have Ardh Kumbh, and after another 6 years we have another Mahakumbh.
So which all places have Ardh Kumbh? All the four, or there's some restriction in that?
Sir, I am not exactly aware, but
Not
I
exactly.
think it is held in Allahabad and Haridwar.
Allahabad. You're absolutely correct. It is not held in the other two places. Now tell me this, the last Kumbh you had in Allahabad, that is 2019.
Yes, sir.
Did you pass out at that time, or?
Yes, sir. I just passed
You
out.
just
at
passed out in that year. So was that a Mahakumbh?
that. Sir, it was an Ardh Kumbh. Which
So why was
no,
it
sir, sorry. 2019 was a Mahakumbh.
Mahakumbh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there is one Kumbh which comes after 144 years or something. What is that?
Sir, sorry,
You are not
sir, I'm
aware of that. Okay. My last question to you. How will you differentiate between a national highway and a state highway and an expressway?
Sir, it is basically differentiated based on who has constructed that, means who is the controlling authority basically of the highway. National highways means under the supervision of NHAI,
Okay.
and state highways under the supervision of state PWD departments, and expressways are constructed mostly by the industrial development authorities or special purpose authorities of the state governments.
Of the state governments?
Yes, sir, mostly.
So you mean to say that this expressway, which was partly inaugurated by Prime Minister, was by a state, or what?
Sir, it was an interstate expressway, so that might have been done.
Might have been, or
Sir, I'm not exactly.
yeah, you're not very sure about it. Is there any other way, by traveling on a road, you can say that this is a state highway, or is it a national highway, or is it expressway? if you're traveling or you're driving?
Sir, the number of lanes is one of the
No,
important.
no, that's not correct. If I say,
So, sir.
you can have 4-lane
Yes.
NH also and 4-lane state highway also.
Yes, sir. So,
Any other way you can differentiate?
sir, the signboards means they mention NH or SH, the number. So that is one.
Number tells you anything. Do
No,
they
sir,
write?
the NH or SH.
Do they write NH or SH on a?
Yes, sir.
Do they write it?
Sir, on
Somewhere?
the signboards there is usually a means.
No, normally they don't write NH or SH.
Yes, sir.
There's a color difference. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Anirudha, when is your interview?
Ma'am, my interview is after 1.5 months. Actually.
After
It will be May.
you're going around giving
Yeah,
mocks,
April
huh?
and-
Yeah,
April.
second mock you're doing with me, right? And I've forgotten what I asked you last time. So I don't repeat those questions. Anyway, I saw your optional is pol science, political science and international relations, yes? But you've not given foreign service as a choice. You've given it as number 5 choice
Yes.
to ensure that you don't get it. Huh?
Yes. Ma'am.
Yes, why is that?
Ma'am, the main reason is my parents who have health issues, ma'am, and my
Okay.
friends also are entirely based in India itself. So I prefer a job which is in India, ma'am.
Okay, or is that the only reason?
This is the main reason,
The
ma'am.
main
Apart
reason.
from that, the charm of IAS and other services.
Okay,
is- So,
okay, all right, I'll take it. But why political science and international relations?
so, ma'am, that was mainly a tactical choice, ma'am, because it has
Yeah.
greater overlap with the
Okay.
GS subjects and
Okay.
limited syllabus.
Okay, never mind. Okay, anyway, still, are you following some international events or not?
Yes,
because
ma'am, I
if
am
I'm not
actively-
going out, so
No.
because you're following European football,
No,
right?
ma'am, I actively follow
So
international.
you do follow. So, did you read about the small boat issue regarding immigrants to the UK?
Yes, ma'am.
What's it about?
Ma'am, it is mainly to keep the boats out. That is what the agenda of PM Rishi Sunak is. So that is because immigrants are coming in from EU through France to UK via small boats. So that is means not liked by the population or the people of UK. So they are trying to stop it.
Yeah, so but there's a lot of criticism within the UK also, regarding it,
Yes, ma'am.
saying that it's not, human rights and asylum seekers shouldn't
Yes.
be banned like this,
Yes.
citing those reasons. What is your view if the same thing happens in India?
Ma'am, I believe that the law of the land, whatever it is, should be upheld. The immigrants who are coming in are not coming in through the legal route. Even the government of UK promotes immigration of skilled workers through legal route. But illegal immigrants, ma'am, there needs to be some measure of control should be there. Otherwise, it will be a free flow, which will create demographic and other kinds of stress in the
Issues?
nation.
Okay, very nice. So, which countries are they coming from largely?
Ma'am,
These?
they are mostly from the conflict-torn areas or underdeveloped areas such as Afghanistan or North Africa or Syria and
Okay.
West Asia. These regions.
Okay. So, we've also had some immigrant problem, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes.
What is that?
Ma'am, it is mainly Rohingya immigrants
Yeah.
in the northeast, or we have Bangladesh immigrants problem. So these are the major means immigrants.
So, what's your view? What stand the government has taken?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you expand on it?
Ma'am, the government is basically trying to contain the number of people who are coming into India because firstly they are illegally coming and secondly it is creating demographic changes in the northeast, ma'am, which is creating security tensions in the region. So that is the main reason that humanitarian considerations must be balanced with the security and demographic considerations.
So, what should where do the Rohingyas go then? Not a problem, huh?
No, ma'am. It should be India and Bangladesh should together talk to Myanmar, and they means their home is in Myanmar, and they should be safe there, ma'am. That should be the priority.
Okay. When did the military coup happen in Myanmar?
Ma'am, I think it has been 2 years now.
Yeah, very good. Yes, it has been 2 years. All right, we move on to something else. Let's go on to our budget,
Yes.
right? Okay, and in the budget, what is the capital sector outlay? Because you're a civil engineer, huh?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is 3.3% of the GDP, around 10 lakh crore.
Yeah,
capital
10 lakh
expenditure.
crores. Yeah. So, which is, which are the sectors which are going to benefit?
Ma'am, renewable energy and roads, railways has seen a great increase. Ma'am. These are the
चलो रेलवे का तो budget भी अलग है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
They've got ढाई
Yes,
ढाई
ma'am.
लाख करोड़ के आसपास,
Yes,
2.4.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. So tell me.
And ma'am,
Core sectors बताइए ना. Which are the core sectors which are going to benefit?
ma'am, the cement, the fertilizer, and other such, ma'am, power
Fertilizer.
sector, the renewables. These are.
Cement will benefit. And what else? Which are the 8 sectors, core sectors?
Ma'am, refineries and electricity and steel and coal and cement and fertilizer and I think
you should go down to the basic. ये refineries क्या है? Petroleum and natural gas,
Yes.
है ना? Cement, iron and steel. So cement, iron and steel definitely, and
Yes.
even in a way, even that
Yes.
sector, natural gas and will, because there'll be more transportation. So the core sector. So what has been the growth of the core sector in the economy? Any idea?
Ma'am, it is hovering generally around 3%, 4% or
It's higher.
yes,
It's quite high.
yes,
7 odd percent. Okay, read up
Yes,
on it.
yes.
All right. Core sector is the sector on which other sectors depend. So we need to know. All right, then some of these latest capital projects of India.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so the latest capital projects are the bullet train project Mumbai Ahmedabad.
फिर रेलवे पे जा रहे हो?
Yes, ma'am. The Delhi Mumbai Expressway, the industrial corridors, ma'am. We are building 6 industrial corridors.
Yeah.
And then there are expressways in UP, ma'am. Around 6 expressways are being built. And there is Jewar International Airport, the largest airport in Asia, ma'am. And there is the national waterways which are being built. So.
Okay, great. So, have you heard about the Great Nicobar project also?
Yes, ma'am.
What
it
is it?
being means a greenfield project on and there is nothing right now in the little Nicobar Island, I think, and they have planned a mega project where there will be a new township, a new coast, a new airport. Means it will be an entire logistical and naval hub.
Basically for?
Ma'am, for to keep a strategic eye on the Indo-Pacific region. And the Strait of Malacca, it is quite close to that, ma'am. So
do read up a little bit about it. Okay,
Yes.
all right. Which song did your favorite Varun Grover write?
Ma'am, which song?
He's written a song, a Bollywood song also. That's my last question to you.
Sorry.
Questions तो बहुत है मेरे पास, but this is my last question to you.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm not aware.
Okay, I heard just another panelist in the other place say, I've not rechecked it, Momo ke dhage. Okay, you heard that song?
Yes, ma'am. I have heard.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anirudh.
Okay, tell me, your father was in the army.
Yes.
So, did you ever talk to him about Agniveer?
Yes, sir. I have talked to him.
So, what is your view on it?
Sir, my view on Agniveer is that it means a positive step because it will reduce the revenue expenditure of the armed forces and also reduce the average age of the armed forces from 32 to 26 years. So that is why I am in favor of that scheme. And my father's view, however, is different.
And what do you think from the point of view of the Agniveer himself?
Yes, sir. Sir, from the point of view of Agniveer, it can be a double-edged sword, sir. I believe that if he uses that period, that experience and means for a permanent employment or better opportunities, then it can be very beneficial for him. However, if if he cannot use it very well, then it can lead to uncertain futures, an uncertain future after 4 years of service.
Yes, but given that people give 10 attempts to get into IAS,
Yes.
so 4 years is not a very big period. I
Yes.
feel.
Yes, sir. So that is why, sir, I prefer it largely. There are no big drawbacks as such which I can see.
Okay. Okay, you are a civil engineer, so can you name some recent civil engineering wonders in India, say, in last 10 years, for example?
Yes, sir. In last 10 years, we have built or are building the Chenab Bridge, sir. And
Okay.
then there is the Signature Bridge in Delhi itself, the Central Vista project, and sir, the metros that are being built.
Central Vista is not a wonder here. Come on. Metro is also not a wonder.
Yes, sir. So,
You are undermining your branch by saying such a thing.
yes, sir. So,
Chenab Bridge, all right. Chenab Bridge is okay. But other examples are not good.
sir, there are the bridges, Bogibil Bridge in Assam, sir, and yes.
Okay. And you heard about some tunnel?
Yes, sir, Atal Tunnel in Himachal Pradesh.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, think about it. There's something.
Yes,
Okay, you are interested in football.
yes,
So something happened about in Kashmir
yes,
about football. It has done not a very positive.
yes, sir.
And what is that club and
Sir, Real Kashmir FC is the name of the club, and they are promoting a footballing culture there, sir. So the youth can direct their energy
Very
in
good.
that direction.
But overall, what is lacking in Indian football? Why we could not make it to World Cup ever?
So the main reason is it is a loop, sir. When there is success in a sport, the popularity of the sport increases, which encourages youngsters to take up that sport, and it leads to more success. So India has been unable to get into that loop, sir, because of the popularity of the cricket or the risk-averse behavior, tendencies of the youth as well as the parents. So there is a lack of footballing culture mainly.
But something Premier League has started.
Yes, sir. ISL in India has started. Yes, sir.
How many teams are there in ISL?
Sir, 10 teams are there, I think. Most probably it is 10 teams.
Okay. Can you play ISL with just 10 teams?
Yes, sir.
Are 10 teams enough in a country as big as ours?
Sir, there should be more, sir. At least 20 teams, which is the standard in Europe, where the countries are very much smaller. And
In IPL, there are how many teams?
sir, 8 teams in IPL.
Okay. You passed out from school in which year? 2015?
19, sir. 19.
School.
Oh, yes, sir. School 2014, sir.
2014.
Yes.
Okay. So after that, tell 2 structural changes in Indian economy
In India.
which has affected the life of the common man.
Yes, sir.
Can you name?
Sir, one has been the digitization of the payments, sir.
Okay, very,
And-
very good.
And second thing is DBT, and the transfer of subsidies has been made more efficient.
That is digitization of.
Sir, so demonetization has also affected.
That would
It
not
is
have
not a
affected.
structural change, sir, but
Yeah, and it would not affect the common man.
yes, sir.
Only those who had so much money were affected.
Yes, sir.
Anything else which comes to your mind?
Sir, there is GST, but it has not again affected the common man. But
So GST has affected.
yes,
Very big things. Okay. Now look at it from the businessman's point of view. How has GST affected the businessman?
sir, it has made reduced the compliance burden, sir. So it has enhanced the ease of doing business in India. From the government's perspective, also it has led to increased revenue collections.
Okay. And this direct DBT or UPI, for example,
Yes,
stand in the shoes of say a juice vendor
yes, sir.
and tell what is from his point of view how UPI has benefited him. Three things which he has benefited out of UPI.
Sir, firstly, he might be reducing some sort of government support through the schemes like the Swanidhi or other which
So he's a
gives-
juice vendor, yeah. Government support comes later.
Yes, sir.
I just am a ready wala and I have put UPI on my phone and
Sir, so the first thing is basically he can accept payments from people even if they have forgotten the cash or do not have the change.
yeah, so his sale will increase.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And
what else?
sir, means it will be easier for him to store the money. Means he does not really need to take it to his home, keep it in a safe, and it is already safely kept.
Okay.
And sir, the third change that I can means I'm unable to think.
They say that one item's sale has come down drastically because of UPI. Are you aware what it is?
Cannot think.
Toffees.
Yes, sir, because it is 0.5 rupees, so nobody pays it on UPI.
On UPI you can even accept 1 rupee or 2 rupee or even if you want to sell your juice for 12 rupees you can sell it now.
Yes, sir. So the
That
change.
change issue has
the
gone.
which-
Very, very good.
Yes.
Okay. Can you are interested in ecotourism, isn't it?
Yes.
So are you aware how many biodiversity hotspots India has?
Biodiversity hotspots, sir. Sir, I think there are 12 biodiversity hotspots.
Only 12 in so big a country.
Oh yes, yes, sir. Yes.
It's a very big country, yeah. 12 is too small a number.
No, sir. I mistook it for understood it for biodiversity reserve, sir.
Okay.
So biodiversity hotspots. The biodiversity hotspots, sir, you are asking. Hotspots are 4, I guess. There are means the Himalayan biodiversity hotspots and the Sunda land and the Western Ghats, Sri Lanka, and sir this is
Okay, read more about it.
yes.
Thank you.
Okay. You heard about the wind store agreement?
Yes, sir.
This week there was one agreement between Northern Ireland, England.
Yes, sir. Vince,
Yeah, what was that?
Yes, sir. It is yes, sir. It is mainly about the status of Northern Ireland, sir. How after Brexit, what will be the modalities of trade between Ireland and Northern Ireland, and where the customs boundary would be set, sir. Like the Windsor Agreement basically shifts the customs boundary to the Irish Channel, sir, rather and avoids a hard border between the Northern Ireland and Ireland, sir.
Okay. And what is the criticism for this?
So the criticism per se is that Northern Ireland means European laws will be applicable on Northern Ireland, but Northern Ireland is not a part of EU, sir. So means basically an entity will be controlling it, but it is not a part of it, sir. So,
Okay. So does it, make somehow that's in the future that will happen?
sir,
Northern Ireland joining the EU?
Sir, that I believe will be unlikely, sir, because the UK will resist that, sir, and the only way it can happen is that if Northern Ireland separates from UK, sir, which I believe might not be.
Right. S400, have you heard about it?
Yes, sir.
Why is it in news recently?
Sir, S400, it is, from what I'm aware, it is in news because the Russia is promising the delivery sometime in 2023, end of 2023, sir.
Okay. Why is it better than the Patriot?
Sir, it is better because of its range and its defense, means it is technologically superior, sir.
Okay. Then compare, like, let's say, why is the Patriot better than the S400? In what way it would be better?
So Patriot missile system of US, sir, not exactly,
Not
cannot
sure.
compare.
Okay. Football analysis.
Yes.
Yeah, Real Madrid wins the Champions League all the time, man. Do you think they're fixing it?
So they are not exactly fixing it,
Okay.
but they are mentality monsters. Sir.
Okay.
It has been means,
I feel they pay the referee. That's what the rich clubs do, I feel.
sir. Means I think there are other rich clubs as well, sir. If the referees were on sale, many clubs could buy them, sir.
No, it's not totally on sale. The other, obviously.
Yes, sir. But
Okay. Bayern Munich defeated PSG recently,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Who scored?
sir, who scored?
2-0, na?
Yes, sir. It was 2-0,
Hmm.
and Choupo-Moting scored, and the second goal was Serge Gnabry.
Okay. And Bayern Munich tends to be the most consistent team in European,
Yes, sir.
right, Champions League.
Yes, sir.
Why is this?
Sir, it is again because they have a culture of success, sir, and they have a large talent pool in Germany to tap into, sir. They have the monopoly over Bundesliga, so they means cherry pick the talents from the entire league and use it for European glory, sir.
Okay, there is also another cup called the Europa.
Yes, sir, Europa League.
Europa, yeah. So if you compare these two, Europa league seems to be a poorer half
Yes.
brother,
Yes, sir.
right? So what do you think should be done to improve this?
Sir, I believe that Europa League can not means equal the status of Champions League because the top 4 teams of the league means because they are in top 4 they play in the Champions League and the next 2 teams play in the Europa League. So the quality of football can never match the.
And the thing is that yes, sometimes people tend to do badly in 1 year.
Yes, sir.
So they, so that should not make a difference.
Yes, sir. So marketability can be improved, sir. Like there are thrilling encounters in Europa League as well, like the recent Manchester United Barcelona game, sir. So
That's what I'm saying, right? Barcelona, Manchester United are playing in Europa League. What's the problem?
Sir, so the marketability can be increased, sir. That is one of the things, and its status means it is seen as an inferior league, sir. So that mindset needs to be changed, sir.
Okay, there's also one Nations Cup in Europe, right? These days, they
Nations
started the
League, yes,
UEFA
sir.
Nations Cup. So who won that last time?
Sir, Nations League, the last winner was, I think it was Italy, sir, but I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Okay, Anirudha, your formal interview is over.
Yes.
Now you tell me from your experience how you have performed today.
Sir, I think it was above average, maybe.
Yes. Maybe. You're not sure of it.
Sir, there was some factual details means I could not recall.
Okay. When is your interview scheduled?
Sir, it is in
Achha,
third
it's
phase
in-
after.
So you've got
20th.
plenty of time. I wonder what you will do in between.
Yes.
Because you've done well. The best part about you is that you are very cool, composed, and you answer your questions in a very, very, very nice manner. I don't know how to explain that, but you come across as a very interesting person. It was really pleasure talking to you.
Yes.
Okay? One or two things, I'll tell you factually also. When you said the Kumbh of last of Allahabad 2019 was not a Kumbh, it was a Earth Kumbh. It was decided by, of course, the Honorable CM to will call it Kumbh.
Yes.
Otherwise, there are 3 types of Kumbh. One is Earth Kumbh, which comes after every 6 years.
Yes.
There is Purna Kumbh, whatever you,
Mahakumbh.
Mahakumbh. No, the Mahakumbh it comes after 144 years.
Yes.
So every 12 years is Kumbh, and every
Earth Kumbh.
144 is Mahakumbh. So that is there. Earth Kumbh is only in Allahabad and Haridwar.
Yes.
Okay. So this is basically I just wanted to tell you about the highways. The state highways have their that milestone.
Yes.
The color of the milestone of the state highway is green. That of national highway is yellow.
Yes.
And expressway is access controlled. No vehicle can or no one can cross over. So
Yes.
that is how you can identify whether it is national highway. Otherwise, as far as 4 lane is concerned, 2 on this side, 2 on that side, even state highways have
Yes.
same. So by counting the lanes, and the unique part about this Delhi-Mumbai expressway is that it is right now 8 lanes, 4 lanes this side, 4 lanes this side, and the median is very wide, which has a provision of further if you want to extend it to 6 lane or this side, 6 lane or this side, it can come out from that only.
Yes.
You don't have to take extra land. Normally, जब भी हम सड़क बनाते हैं तो बाद में एक्सटेंड करना होता है तो फिर लैंड एक्विजिशन करो, ये करो, वो करो, प्रॉब्लम आती है. यहाँ दे हैव ऑलरेडी केप्ट दिस प्रोविजन कि अगर कल को ट्रैफिक ज़्यादा हो जाएगा तो मीडियन को पतला कर देंगे और फिर ये 6 लेन इधर हो जाएगा, 6 लेन इधर हो जाएगा. So this is one unique feature of this particular expressway which is not there in any other expressway. ठीक है. Now since we have got plenty of time,
Yes.
and otherwise the expression everything is good, but knowledge is one thing which there is no end to that.
Yes.
So what I will advise you, you can take a notebook like this or you can take some sheets of paper and think of possible questions.
Yes.
बेस्ड ऑन योर डैफ. जैसे आप इलाहाबाद हो गया एक, UP as such, civil engineering, you just, that I leave it to you, whatever you have mentioned in your DAF, based on that think of about 100, 150 or maybe 200 questions.
Yes.
और फिर हर क्वेश्चन का एक जवाब के लिए आप थोड़ी पढ़ाई कर लीजिए.
Yes.
Get into it very deeply, and then you jot down certain points regarding those questions
Yes.
on a piece of paper. ठीक है, only bullet points, ताकि आपको एक मेमोरी में रहे उस चीज़ का.
Yes.
ठीक है, और फिर तब उस पर प्रैक्टिस करिए. आप कोई भी सवाल आप ले करके उस पर आप प्रैक्टिस करिए. प्रैक्टिस बिफोर अ मिरर और बिफोर अ फ्रेंड ऑफ योर्स, उसको टेप कर लीजिए. फिर आप देखिए कि हाउ यू हैव परफॉर्म्ड. दैट वे यू कैन कीप इम्प्रूविंग, कीप प्रैक्टिसिंग, कीप इम्प्रूविंग. इट विल रियली एड एटलीस्ट 25-30 नंबर. तो आपका आज का जो परफॉर्मेंस है उससे डेफिनेट बढ़ जाएगा. ठीक है, एंड दैट नॉलेज बैंक विल गिव यू अ लॉट ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस ऑल्सो. एज इट इज़ यू आंसर इन अ वेरी प्रॉपर वे. बहुत तरीके से आप आंसर करते हो, बहुत अच्छा है. एंड यू मेंटेन दैट एनर्जी लेवल ऑल्सो, कीप स्माइलिंग ऑल्सो. सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर वेरी गुड, बिकॉज ये कोई हम लोग कोई क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन नहीं हो रहा है. इट्स एन इंटरेक्शन एंड देयर यू हैव कम विद अ लॉट ऑफ पॉजिटिविटी. सो कीप दैट, मेंटेन दैट. और ये नॉलेज बैंक को थोड़ा बढ़ाइए. और गेस नहीं करिए. जैसे आपने कह दिया ना कुंभ है, कुंभ नहीं है, वो नहीं मालूम है तो बता दीजिए साहब नहीं मालूम है. यू आर नॉट एक्सपेक्टेड टू नो ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. ठीक है, सो कीप दैट इन माइंड. नो गेसिंग, बिकॉज here we are not testing your knowledge, we are testing your integrity also. So integrity, a bureaucrat, if you do not know a thing, you say I do not know. I'll read about it. Don't try to, because इधर जो लोग बैठे हैं उनको सब मालूम होता है. जो सवाल पूछते हैं उसका आंसर मालूम. हाँ ठीक है, हाँ प्रिजम्पशन नहीं होता है. तो नॉर्मली इसलिए आप उसमें चांस मत लेना कभी. ठीक है, एंड प्रिसाइज, जैसे आप हो प्रिसाइज आंसर कर रहे हो, बहुत बढ़िया तरीका आपका. वेरी गुड.
Nice, like even earlier I remember I told him कि आप स्माइल करते हो और फिर जहाँ सीरियस होना होता है वहाँ आप सीरियस भी हो जाते हो, विच इज़ अ वेरी गुड क्वालिटी. एंड आई थिंक शायद आपको कहा था आप सबकी तरफ देखो, तो आप वो भी कोशिश कर रहे थे. मैंने देखा कि आप ऐसे से थोड़ा से, और हाथ को भी ठीक ठाक यूज़ कर रहे थे, जितना करना चाहिए, ज़्यादा भी नहीं कम भी नहीं. So you are getting better and better at it, more adept at it. Just don't lose steam, all right? तो इतना टाइम है और मॉक्स लेके अपना मतलब बीच बीच में लेना इसलिए ज़रूरी है क्योंकि जैसे अब नई चीज़ें, स्मॉल बोर्ड्स वाली चीज़ आ गई, विंडसर फ्रेमवर्क आ गया, तो चीज़ें तो नई नई आती जाएंगी. उसकी वजह से कोई चीज़ उजागर होती रहेगी, कोई पुराना इशू भी उजागर हो जाएगा. अभी बजट पे सप्तऋषि वगैरह पढ़ा है उसके बारे में?
Yes, मैम, पढ़ा है मैम.
अच्छा ठीक है, वो सब अब मैं ही भूल गई थी कि अरे बजट पे ये सवाल हम पूछ रहे थे, कई दिन हो गए. The Saptarishi, we tend to, even the questioner tends to forget a lot of things, but sometimes things come back and they'll ask you something. So I know you will be, you will be preparing even on tourism. By the way, our Prime Minister spoke about it, on various kinds of tourism, that it needs to be given a boost. And he not just eco-tourism but adventure tourism. He named beach tourism. और कई तरह के tourism का उन्होंने नाम दिया. Then the Ramayana circuit, the Mahabharat circuit, the Buddhist circuit. So all those circuits वगैरह भी वो आप एक बार देख लेना, क्योंकि जहाँ पे थोड़ा प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने बोल दिया वहाँ फोकस में आ गया. हाँ ठीक है. और ये आपका जो मुंबई दिल्ली एक्सप्रेसवे, इसमें वाइल्ड लाइफ का भी एक है ना, कि वाइल्ड लाइफ के लिए अनहिंडर्ड पैसेज है, वो भी आप बता सकते हैं, बिकॉज दैट्स अ स्पेशल फीचर ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर हाईवे. अटल टनल मत भूलिएगा. ठीक है. So you'll do well, by on dint of your own personality, you'll do well, but just don't, stop reading. No complacency, just keep brushing up on whatever new things come up. Without forgetting what happened. A spy balloon वगैरह भी याद रखना. It becomes old news and then you tend to, not think about it at all. All right. And really wish you all the best. God bless you. I really hope you make it,
Thank you.
Yeah, you're still young, or I hope you do it in this attempt.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, all the best.
You have everything that is required to be there.
Yes.
बस यही ध्यान रखना कि जो चीज़ नहीं पता, क्योंकि ये नॉलेज का टेस्ट नहीं है.
Yes.
सिंपली से सर, आई थिंक आई वुड हैव टू लर्न मोर अबाउट इट. बस चुपचाप निकल लो वहाँ से, पतली गली से निकल लो.
Yes.
ठीक है, गैस करोगे तो वो पकड़ लेगा.
Yes.
है ना, कहीं अगर कंफ्यूजन है थोड़ा सा रुक करके सोच लो.
Yes.
अगर आंसर क्लियर है तो बता दो, नहीं क्लियर तो आई थिंक आई वुड लर्न मोर. नहीं तो पूछ लो कि मे आई
Yes.
टेक अ गेस प्लीज, बस. फिर वो कुछ नहीं सोचेंगे. ठीक है,
Yes.
यू आर गुड मटेरियल, वंडरफुल
Thank you,
मटेरियल.
sir. Thank you.
स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी भी तो नहीं करते हो?
No, ma'am.
नहीं, बस देखते हो.
Yes.
ठीक है.
Okay. Don't guess, please.
Yes. Sir.
मतलब एंड में क्यों guess किया?
Yes, sir.
नेशंस लीग I asked.
Yes. Sir.
Right? पोर्चुगल जीती थी. फिर कौन जीता है? फ्रांस जीता है.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Sir.
ये नहीं हो सकता.
Yes. Sir.
Yeah, right? Because see, what happens is that they're looking for your ability to not guess.
Yes.
And still be confident.
Yes.
Be comfortable with saying I don't know.
Okay.
Yes.
Conversation had gone into enough to justify, a decent score.
Yeah.
But you guessed and suddenly the marks went down. Don't let that happen.
Yes.
Don't guess.
Yes.
That's all.
बहुत बढ़िया आप हो.
आपको कुछ पूछना है?
पूछो.
No, sir. Means the review has been comprehensive. So.
ऐसा तो नहीं कि दिल खुश हो गया और चल पड़े.
Complacency
करते
बिल्कुल मत
रहना,
आने दीजिएगा. ये महीना 1.5 महीना बिकॉज ये आपके लिए लाइफ चेंजिंग टाइम है.
हाँ.
Yes.
This whole your personality,
Yes.
your whole life will change.
Yes.
It depends on this
Yes.
time. So
Yes.
please devote as much
Yes.
as time as you can to
Yes.
your preparations.
Yes.
You will do well, no doubt about it.
Thank you.
All the best to you. God bless you.
Thank you.